Hello everyone, this is Father of the Everchosen, back in Total War Warhammer 2, continuing on our Von Karstein campaign. We're going to hop right into it, coming back up north, just looking around, making sure. Typically leave these off on an end turn. Yep, so we'll hop in. Next turn, we'll be hitting Bechafen. So, hopefully we can continue our winning streak from the last episode and get this campaign to a point where I feel satisfied wrapping it up so we make room for the upcoming Altharian campaign as soon as the Warden and the Paunch drops on the 21st.
I want their souls.
In other news, the Tomb Kings multiplayer quick battles have officially finished, and at this point we will be playing either the Empire, the Dwarves, the Vampire Counts, and maybe a few Tomb King battles here and there until about 3 or 4 days before the next DLC drops, and at which point we will alternate between dwarves, or not dwarves, greenskins, that's a grudgeon, and the high elves, and just in an effort to kind of familiarize myself and get myself into a better just better at those factions, so that Fort Sol, we're gonna have to head towards Steingart.
I go. Bring them death.
Auto resolve this battle here in Steingart, just in an effort to just be better at those two factions, so that when the DLC drops, that I can put out content pertaining to those two. We'll do Foster Terror here. Now we're gonna save our money, but it looks like we've pretty much, I think we've hobbled Balthazar here. I believe all he has is Fort Sol, and he can't recruit from there. So I think we'll be able to actually turn north with Isabella and start hitting some of these outlying Imperial provinces on the way up to Altdorf. We're sieging Bechafen. Mannfred's just going to park it here.
No way.
Karak Kadrin doesn't have a crazy powerful garrison, but powerful enough that I don't think Mannfred, even up on his Hell Steed, would be able to take it out. But as soon as I can pull one of these two gentlemen back, we should be able to. Alright, let's jump into the Battle of Bechafen. Actually, I'm definitely going to just auto-resolve that. There's no reason to fight that small of an encounter. Occupy, Potion of Toughness, an Obsidian Amulet, and Foster Terror here as well. So now we hold this entire province. I'll start moving Malsar back south. And I think at this point we keep going down his magic tree, pop that last of the training, thick-skinned, and everybody's starting to look really good now. Vlad in here, let's just pop it so we can get to Arcane Conduit. And what can we build here in Bechafen? Take that out. Oh, that additional income is nice, but it's pretty pointless for us, seeing as we're not going to be trading with anybody.
Now
Mousillon. Nothing. Alright, there's an imminent... Alright, here in this province there will be a rebellion, which not too terribly concerned about if I lose either of them. It was mainly... I mainly took them so that my opponent did not have any more resources coming in. So, we're definitely looking good. We now control, I think, 6 entire provinces. Eastern and Western Sylvania, the Moot, Stirland, Averland, Solland, and Ostermark. So we've got 8. So looking at our objectives for a short campaign, we've got 7. We've got to destroy Reichland still, and we need to own 8 of these settlements. So if we take Altdorf, we've already got Castle Drakenhof. We're just on the outskirts of Kislev. Hellpit's not far from there. Corone's not far from Altdorf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need a few more. You know? I guess we're gonna... If we can get the short campaign, that would be great. If we can't get the short campaign done, then perhaps another auto resolve here. Sack it for some money. If we can't get the short campaign done, at least taking the vast majority of the Empire out of the game, which we've already pretty much done. We've taken out almost everything south of the River Reich. Let's move Isabella, her max movement. And Isabella's looking real good across the board. She's got mainly skeletons, but we've got some crypt horrors in here now. Let's see what we can do to help out our crypt horrors. Creatures of the night. We'll get magical animus coming up. But Isabella, as always, even though her army is, you know, just skeleton warriors, they're pretty beefy if you look at their stat line. You know, 37 melee defense, 32 melee attack. You know, we look up here, 38, 34. Not doing too bad with Vlad's constant supply of experience points coming in. Let's move Malsar almost as far as we can. Vlad's up at 19 now too. And I think we're good on our magic. So for Vlad, I guess we grab Diviner and Bloodlust, and then we work down the grabbing Supernatural Horror, Blade Shield, Curse the Revenant, Red Fury. And then finally we'll start working on his blue line. But right now, I think we're at another end turn. Luckily for me, Zufbar hasn't decided that they want to go back to war. And hopefully they're going to give me enough time to wipe out Ungrim here. And I'm allied, or not allied, but I have a non-aggression pact, I believe, with the Red Eye tribe. Marius Huss has decided to siege Bechafen. What does his army look like? Oh, Angry God's fine. Can't really afford the money cost right now.
Absolutely
Marius
not.
has a pretty beefy army, but these greatswords, you know, greatswords are pretty slow, so they're not going to be catching me out. As long as I can knock out their handgunners, and obviously Vlad gets to Vanguard deploy this entire army, most of it being cavalry, Vargulfs aren't exactly slow. The Mortis engines do, you know, I think this will be fine. And Vlad now finally has a pretty good spell repertoire. So for Mannfred, what can we give dear Mannfred? I think at this point we're going to need to give him Soul Blight and Grave Ward, protect him up in the air. Soul Blight will definitely help us against the dwarves. And I guess we go with the Gaze of Nagash. Mannfred.
Kill them.
Siege.
Raise them.
And Malsar.
Suits my cause.
Let's get you up in here. And yeah, we've got at... Oh, and they have confederated, and apparently Greenskins actually kind of like me. So let's see if we can get a non-aggression pact out of Grimgor. Thank you, Grimgor. Now with that, if I ally with Grimgor, that will go a long way, because I'll definitely get Black Crag out of it. I may get Karak 8 Peaks and Karak. So those, you know, that would be another 3 for me that I could potentially be getting. And if Grimgor doesn't have to worry about the dwarves of Zufbar or Karak Kadrin or, you know, Kislev and the Empire pushing on him, then he can focus all his attention on Karak. And he's clearly, you know, knocking at the gates. Mount Squighorn is still the dwarves, and Karak is still theirs. Alright, Isabella. Hit Wissenberg. Alright. And let's fight this one. We'll jump in, hopefully mitigate some of the losses, get to see some nice spell action, and it's a unique settlement and one we haven't fought in, so this will be nice. And then, if some of you haven't heard already, I will be returning to work on this coming Sunday, and at that point, my release schedule may change. Hopefully I'm still able to release ideally I would like to still be able to release about 5 to 6 videos a week, but you will always get the Tuesday and Friday videos, and if I have the ability to, I will always try and get you more. Let's go and attack the gate. Let's move on. With zombies on in. With help. Grab our crossbowmen. And we'll move our bats in.
Isabella. Swiftly.
If Isabella can. Right through here should be a real nice win to death. Obviously she's at 0 kills, and so you should be at like 200? Almost 300.
Quickly.
Couldn't have asked for for a better thing. Wind of Death is definitely devastating, and though I don't have early access, I have heard that Azhag, Slaughterer, does get access to a bound with death through his ownership of the Nagash's crown. And if that is true, that is a very potent magical item. And the bound wind of death is nothing to scoff at. It's definitely
Isabella
in the, especially in campaign, a bound banishment is one thing, but banishments have a tendency to go awry. But wind of death, once you pick its
Agreed.
targeted destination, that's the way it's going. What are we fighting here? Great swords. He's proportionally fine fighting great swords. Isabella's in here, mixing it up with some halberdiers, trying to keep the mortars and these crossbowmen offline. Nope. Pull the bats out. Hopefully I can keep them alive. These are a good unit of bats. Nope. Unfortunately. Hopefully I can get the dead rise again. They were a very good unit of bats. But if not, they were just bats. Unextended stalkers. Their lord. Alrighty. Isabella walking away with 350 kills. 60, 139. I think they went up a chevron, which is nice. And hopefully Isabella will have gone up to level 20. We can get her some more skill points. Like I've said, even with this, I probably should get rid of these zombies. But even with just this very low tier army, I'm able to just tear through. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to sack it. I need that money now. And let's pop back into our territory. We're going to get rid of these zombies. And, ooh. Yeah, Isabella's pretty much had the crossbowmen the whole time. We'll keep her with the crossbows. We've got unassigned skill points. Hera. What can we give Hera? Penumbral Pendulum. It'll be a good deterrent against the dwarves.
My bloodline calls.
Let's see what our chances are right now. They are better. I'm really hoping for them to sally out against me so I don't have to assault their walls. If I've got to park Mannfred and Malsar here for 8 turns, so be it. I will put Malsar probably into a channeling stance.
Slaughter the sheep.
And do we get anything? A very beleaguered defense. But I do get the walls, and though I don't have any ranged, perhaps it would be best to set. I don't know.
Not likely.
The wind of death could be devastating. I feel like I should sally out against Marius, because behind my walls the cavalry is just useless. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Marius has got 3 units of handgunners, 2 free company, 2 pieces of artillery, a mobile artillery, some outriders, and then it's mainly greatswords, which have a 29 speed. They're just a hair faster than my Graveguard, so I should be able to stay ahead of them. Halberdiers are pretty slow too. And what does dear Marius have? The Mace of Hellstrom, which imbues fire damage, which isn't good. And Van Horstman's Speculum. Don't think he's... And he is on a horse. Let's fight this. And hopefully we can push dear Marius away. And with taking to the field, I get full use of my cavalry. And with it being Vlad, I get the Vanguard deployment as well. So I should be able to get right in there. And as long as Marius stays away from the Mortis engine, and he's going to be right here, which I really could not have asked for a better situation. Put these all here. Grab our Bargolfs. As long as Marius doesn't get a hold of the Mortis engine, because he does magic damage. Everybody else, I'm not, really nervous about. We'll grab our Hex Wraiths, put them on the flanks. The Blood Knights. There's great swords over there. And then we'll set the rest of the cavalry here. Let's gamble. It paid off with an additional 5 winds of magic, which is definitely worth it.
Before me.
All right. We're going to want, what's this, handgunners. All right, start. Everybody move up. Send them in. Get them into the back lines.
The summoning begins. Life
Mortis engine. Knock them down. Get Vladdy Daddy over there. Vlad, you're engaged here. Not the worst place. As long as I keep that artillery offline, I'm not too worried about it. Those Free Company. These greatswords are pretty screwed. Alright.
It is done.
Summon some zombies right on there. Pop them in the handhelds.
Attack!
Let's see if I can pull most of these graveyard out of the way. Did. Vlad's sitting up there. More where I would hope for Vlad to be. What do we have over here? Black Knights. Where are my Blood Knights?
Give us blood.
Blood Knights are still engaged with the greatswords. Not too terribly worried about that.
Vlad von Karstein.
Alright. Mortis engine.
Darkness reigns.
And everything should be doing okay right this second then. Let's engage the Tithe over here. Vargo doing alright. Alright, we got these Black Knights. Get them. They're engaged there.
Blood Knights.
Alright, Blood Knights, go get those handgunners. Black Knights, go help out the other Black Knights.
Mortis engine.
And we should be more than fine in the end. Let's try to get out these Hex Wraiths. Alright. Let's move these guys about. That should be fine. That's doing good. We did lose one Hex Wraith. Hopefully they'll come back in a
The living will join us.
the dead rise.
Vlad
They don't.
von Carstein.
It's still alright. Still should be more than fine. Let's pull this Vargolf out. Let's get him into there. This one, you can stay engaged.
Blood's dance. Blood's is cold.
Good. Have them chase down. Take them out. And these guys this way. Let it hit that Vargolf. Alright. And at this point, it's really just down to taking out the actual units. Leave Marius to go away. That way they don't get to replace their lord with a fully healed up lord. Do-do-do. So send you there. Send you there. Let's send you guys down here. Move you out of the way. And we really want our Blood Knights, our Hex Wraiths, this Vargolf, and maybe these
I am busy.
to come nearby. Must have been in a magical dead zone. Probably won't get any more kills out of that.
Blood's dance.
Just this one unit left. And it's going to be just pounded on all sides. Let's see, a nice charge. Yeah. Carroburg great swords. They'll fight to the end, but I think that went way better than sitting there inside my own walls. Mainly because I don't feel like I would have won without being able to use the cavalry effectively. They're not going to make it there in time. End the battle. Yeah, losing 507, you know, yeah, I lost the Hex Wraith, but everybody else did very well, you know. The zombies, they weren't, obviously I didn't need them to do well, but 100 plus kills for almost every cavalry unit except for this one. 94 kills on this Vargolf, very good. 100 kills on the Mortis engine, and keeping my infantry alive. Perfect. Vlad, you know, self-explanatory. We did end up losing that Hex Wraith. It did not rise again. Obsidian Amulet, not too bad. Alright.
All shall know me.
So with Vlad, we could, let's raise up 2 Crypt Ghouls and recruit 2 Graveguard. And we're just going to come up through here and we're just going to, you know, raid through the Imperial lands. And it said imminent rebellion. Here again, and just like every other time, not concerned right now. Alright. Another intern. Right now we should be coming up on about a half hour in. And still going strong. We've managed to gain... Alright. Gotrek with a halberdier and a crossbowman. has raided Flensburg, which not important to me. But now that I know Gotrek's back, I will be hunting for that unbreakable trait. Totally fine. So we did have Krugenheim and Kappelberg. We've lost both, which I don't have a problem with. There's no reason that I should. But we took Bechafen. We've got this province under lock. Alright, let's change to channeling. Now we are going to have to raid to not lose anybody, which is fine.
Under ascendant.
And Isabella. Gotrek's up here. Yeah, I think I can afford to run.
Swiftly.
No reason not to. Leaving Fildorf, not too worried down here in the south. Let's see. We will not do that. If need be, we may later.
Not likely.
Helmut Feuerbach, he would have to siege for a turn. I have enough where I can come up here and hit Sebastra. Sack it. Devils of Schwarzhofen.
King of
And let's look at Castle von Rauken. We can do the same there. Or we could try to start another war against Throg. Let's look at his power rating. 70. And I'm power rank 1. He's got a lot of skin wolves though. So we'll just go and hit Castle von Rauken. There's no reason not to. Let's look. Deadly power for the Crypt Ghoul and Vargolf buff there. And the Dread Knight, so that we can buff up our cavalry even more. You know, now we're looking at Blood Knights that have an 8% ward save, 10% fire resistance. Oh, they're just monsters. And we'll hit Castle von Rauken. Again, should be able to just raid. Sack it for another 6,000. And now we're looking a little better. Oh, why not just grab Legion of the Dead so that Vlad's army, regardless, is going to be just packed out. Grab Supernatural Horror. And
I shall enslave the world.
run back into our own territory. Seems like a pretty good exchange to me. Looking down here, Castle Drakenhof is getting its upgrade finally. In a few turns, we'll start pumping out our top tier buildings. You know, getting probably access to our vampires first, because that also gives us, you know, the public order, and we can start recruiting Vargolfs then, and then we have a nice little boost to our income. So let's in turn. Hopefully we catch Gotrek, and now that we're at war, if the Empire hasn't decided to upgrade Nuln, I was thinking about taking Nuln way back when with just Isabella. Isabella really has my entire western front locked down, which I'm quite happy to see her being able to do that. Yeah, we're going to have to cross over. Let's look at Nuln. So, yeah, I do think that with this army, she would be able to, and I think giving her the Devils of Schwarzhofen is worth it. Even if I start dipping into the negatives, we're going to go hit Kappelberg. Oh, I don't believe that the balance power should be that. You know, I don't feel like they should have any chance. I feel like Vlad should be able to take this army on basically by himself. And for the most part, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's try to get Vlad in there, have them surround him, and drop a Wind of Death through. And then, if need be, I will activate what cavalry I need to. I am getting, you know, it's a nice battle map, but it's not a nice battle map to fight every time. So, start deployment. Everybody back here. We'll hit our cavalry on the wings. And we'll put Vlad right here in the woods. Start arcane conduit. And let's go and hunt.
With haste!
Cavalry start moving out to the wings.
Vlad von Kast!
And truly there is no reason why Vlad shouldn't just take this on. If Vlad gets, you know, obviously if he gets wounded it would be bad, but if Vlad takes damage versus losing unit models, I mean, not that I don't replenish quite quickly, but I'd rather not have to deal with it at all. We're sitting at 0 kills, and after that devastating Wind of Death, we're sitting at just shy of 400. And Vlad will just chew these guys up. There's almost nothing that they can do. Evasion, hunger, bloodlust is triggered. 10% physical resistance. He's got fire resistance, magic resistance, causes fear, causes terror, unbreakable. Really what I want to see is does that unbreakable trait actually work for undead units? And if it does, then, you know, Gotrek is probably the best character to hunt down and deal with quite quickly. Let's see if I can get another nice little Wind of Death in here. We're at 395 and up at 508. Melee defense, just because why not? These hex rates were supposed to charge. Well, other than that, Vlad can sit in there for years and just chew on them. And we'll just try to wrap this up quick. There we go. Who's over here? We got a Vargal over here and a Mortis. Let's get our cavalry all over here. Come and save our Vargal. Vlad, heal up that Vargal. Let's get this Mortis engine out of here. And in the end, I didn't lose anything. Should have paid a little more close attention to that positioning, but decisive victory. Lost 10 unit models, 542 kills for Vlad. Perfect. Got about another 20-ish minutes before we'll be wrapping up here. Trying to bring you at least an hour today. Alrighty. And I'm just going to raise this,
It is done.
get Telebeckland off the map again,
The Von
and
Karstein.
take away that threat. And I just wanted to look through and see what we have. It's really probably just another Vargolf. That would be worth it. Maybe the Cairn Wraiths. So beyond that, we're really just waiting on
Undeath Ascendant.
everything going on there.
Isabella.
Yep, we're at low funding, which is not fun. How's everything up here? There we are. The -3 is going to last for a few more turns. And I can't really afford to take anything out of any of these armies.
Yes,
Save
my
for
sire.
probably Hera. But I don't... You know, these zombies might save a few. Let's take out those Fellbats. And the zombies.
I thirst.
That'll save me for one more turn. And hopefully with that, that'll allow me to move Vlad back into a stance where I can be really gaining some money. Looks like the dwarves in the Empire are now
Now.
allies. No, we can't afford you.
King of Darkness. The world will drown in blood.
I really need to be getting over to like Talabheim. Or come down here and hit Krugenheim. That does leave Bechafen quite exposed. Let's move back up here. It may come necessary to take out Vlad.
Annihilate them.
We'll just raise it. Because why not? Income from all building. And let's see if I can put that over here on Hera. Does she have... It does look like she already has. Banner of Swiftness. That would be nice. But... boost income. Definitely going to have to start going to war somewhere because I'm going to start taking attrition. Based on the fact that I won't have any money. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we're gonna just have to start raiding everybody. We'll probably have to attack Throg here this next turn, as long as he's within my sights still. Oh, let's move to here first. Alright, Grunberg, do you have a wall? You do not. You have Volkmar in here with a potent army. If you didn't have the Emperor's Wrath, Kemperbad. You don't have much, but I can't hit you. But Volkmar will be tired. Let's hit Grunberg. And let's hope that Isabella can take this out. Use the Devil of Schwarzhofen to shut down whatever I need. This is going to have to work. These guys all being tired coming in, not going to be good. But you've got the Stubborn Bulls in here. They're immune to Psych. The Emperor's Wrath Steam Tank's going to be a tough nut to crack. But other than that, you know, this army definitely, plus it's a little garrison. You know, Isabella, hopefully, with her Wind of Death, should be able to take out quite a bit. And I'm probably just going to have to hide a good chunk of my troops. If I can. This will be a very... this battle could make or break it, but I need the money, and I need Volkmar to not start gaining a good amount of troops. Hide them. Hide them. Hide them. Can't hide crypt horrors. I can hide my cavalry though. And the devils. And Isabella. Alright. Isabella's there. Alright, we'll move our devils this way. Let's move Isabella back this way, actually. And hopefully with most of my army being invisible to my opponent, or to the Empire, I will hopefully be able to... I might have to wait a little longer until they actually set up. If I can get that mortar offline. Actually, no, just hit those handgunners. And Isabella's still doing alright. She does have a 15% missile resist. Like I said, I really just need them to be a little more set up. So that I don't feel like I'm... Nope. Pull out. Not drop. Isabella. Alright, got the devils over here. And... You know what? They want to just leave easy pickings. Well, we'll nickel and dime them. I'll just go on a basic fast forward right now. How did they come back? They're being attacked. Alright, go take out that mortar. Nope, there you go. And it looks like they are a little more set up now. Devils. Alright, back to just regular play speed. Have it rolled right up their line. She's at 17 kills right now. And back her out of there. And after that, we are at 398 kills. Devils back this way.
Isabella von Carstein.
Routing off, very important. You know, greatsword, halberd, handgunner. The Emperor's Wrath steam tank's still going to be an issue. Let's actually go take those crossbowmen. Summon some zombies. Alright, those zombies summon. Hopefully let them chew on them for just a second longer. And we'll just send that wind to death right through there. 416. Got another 52 kills. Nothing crazy. Let's get her out of there. And is that the steam tank? Unfortunately it is. Not too much I'm going to be able to do about that steam tank. to keep my units as hidden as I can.
Swiftly!
So, we're just going to keep this at fast forward for a while. Like I said, important battle, needs to be won, but it's probably not the most exciting battle you've seen. Got my Cryptors going in there. Cryptors are engaged. Let's grab some cavalry and conduit. Get in there against that mortar. Drop a zombie summon. And hell, we really need to shut down this mortar so that I can pull out the rest of my troops. And yeah, there is just a scrum in there right now.
I am darkness. I smell fear.
Let's drop a zombie here. Here, zombie chew on the mortar. Armor piercing, sure, give it to the zombies.
I will.
Good enough. And we really just need to pull Isabella back at this point.
Conditions acceptable.
Move up my crossbows. Taking care of most of their ranged cavalry. They've got this nice little pocket still chewing on those Cryptors.
Swiftly.
And as long as they want to do that, I'll let them. Engage with them. With them. And we're just going to kind of encircle as quickly as I can. We need to just get in there against them. Mortar's gone. Another arcane conduit.
Take the ground!
Let's see what we can do.
Die!
Isabella should be fine against this
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Empire captain.
Sigmar, guard our
Them
fire!
in against Volkmar. Nope, got the handgunners actually. You shoot Volkmar. Still warriors, zombies. Cavalry can come back. And we got a Wind of Death ready. But no... Nah, that's a pretty decent target to use on, I would say. No. Let's do some basic healing. Koenigstein Stalkers.
So be it.
And we'll engage Volkmar.
Crossbowman!
Okay, move up a little bit so that you're like successfully shooting.
Crossbowman!
Alright, now shoot.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Isabella's doing alright in here. zombies for them to chew on. Let's get these cripples around behind.
Sigma! Guide out!
These stubborn bulls are definitely not.
Swiftly!
Drop this.
For Vlad! Quickly!
Crossbows ready, General!
Slaughter
Stubborn bulls.
them!
These are routing. These are routing. They're shattered. Let's pull these guys in. They're shattered. They didn't fire yet, I guess.
His lady!
Come on, Isabella.
Crossbows ready, General! Formation! March!
You. Right there. Balance of power still pretty much right in the middle. Isn't anything good to say right now? Isn't anything bad to say right now? I mean, Isabella's doing fine. And she will. Alright.
Excellent!
Balance of power starting to turn up. We're gonna refocus our efforts here. Conduit. Stubborn bolts are routing off. Isabella should be fine in here. He's dead. Nope, you need to kill him. Alright. And go to Pokemon. Everybody else, go hit the Emperor's Wrath. And the successful battle. Obviously we lost quite a bit, but it doesn't seem like the Empire has anything left to throw at us. Isabella's up there at 152 speed right now. That's insane. Team takes down, she walks away with just shy of 500 kills. A Pyrrhic victory, but I guess that was the benefit of Isabella walking around with, for the most part, a trash army. She did lose the non-trash elements of her army. A regiment of renown, 2 regiments of renown, 2 Cryptors and the Black Knights, and these Crypt Ghouls. But she still retained both of her crossbows. The dead rise again, bringing us back to Königstein Stalkers, which is a good thing. And we're going to sack Grunsburg. And we defeated Volkmar, so everybody gets the +3 melee attack and melee defense. And that... Alright. Really? Just out of range? Let's look at this. We'll go with Creatures of the Night, Magical Animus. But now we're sitting with Skeleton Warriors that have a 40 melee defense. Or 41 melee defense. Königstein Stalkers sit at 43 and a 38 melee attack with poison. Even our lowly Sylvanian crossbowmen have a 22 melee defense. Which isn't, for crossbows, not terrible. Let's put her over here. We're not losing as much because we lost a lot. And what's damaged? Yeah, let's repair this stuff real quick. Drakenhof's looking okay. Hera's gonna sit there. Karak Kadrin has a bunch more turns. Let's just keep building towers. Alright, we're at yet another end turn. As long as Throg doesn't go too far, we will attack Throg. And perhaps Gotrek will want to come out and play. Gotrek does want to come out and play, but also Emperor Karl Franz has come out to join the fray. And I have no choice but to fight this. Let's see if Isabella can cycle charge enough to get rid of these. And who knows where Gotrek will be. Gotrek more than likely will be directly behind Karl Franz. But if he's not, and he's closer to our side, we may be able to take him out early. And what do you know? They have decided to deploy, rather stupidly, directly behind my lines. And we are definitely going to attack Gotrek as quickly as we can.
Blood kiss.
Armed and ready!
Take aim.
We have hit Gotrek. Let's get them in on the mortar. Them in. And we will Isabella in here against Gotrek. Gotrek right now is not, he can't punch as hard as he needs to. Van Helsing. Seriously, that mortar was able to get online fast enough. Alright. Hold our fire. Redeploy. And we'll get the Funkenstein Stalkers in there. Can we shut the mortar down? It doesn't continuously blow holes in my army. Fast forward. Push everybody into that mortar. Play. Gotrek will drop. Very good thing. And it does look like Karl Franz is going to overextend himself, which is not terribly surprising. Alright. You guys redeploy. Isabella.
Quickly.
He's got 200 hit points, Isabella.
Fine.
Alright, Gotrek is out.
Quickly.
I'm getting her out of here.
Swiftly.
These guys can all
Quickly.
chew on that for a while.
Swiftly.
I need you guys to start firing on Franz.
His lady. Very well. Yes. For Sylvania.
Crossbow ready, General! Take aim!
Turning Franz. Let's get our everything in there.
Isabella von Karstein.
Protect Isabella.
Excellent.
Drop some zombies in here.
Crossbowmen!
Get the
We are
handgunners.
Sigmar's heirs!
Isabella von Karstein.
Pull Isabella out. through.
End them! Isabella! All
Wonderful.
will be ours! And death
Now.
for all!
We
Quickly!
really need to get the rest of our army able to be
So
committed.
be it. Swiftly!
Measurable animus.
Yes! Good!
And let's pop that in there real quick. Doesn't ever seem like she gets a very good charge bonus off. You know, her charge right now is at 118. She's got 145 speed. She should be
Ready to fire!
pretty much tearing through them.
Find your
Let's hit the next
targets!
blazing sun.
Queen of Darkness!
These halberdiers are holding on for dear life. And they're doing a lot better than my
Quickly!
should be.
Swiftly!
Holding my own troops.
Quickly!
Come on.
Swiftly!
These are all my troops. They should not be preventing me from walking through.
Quickly!
Armed and ready!
We need to be taking them out.
Swiftly! Quickly!
These halberdiers are never going to go anywhere. So we are going to leave 2 units behind. Let's drop our crossbows back again. Isabella needs some healing.
See them tremble!
Be committed. These guys need to get those halberdiers. Magical animus.
Agreed!
Knock down the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Spears are holding on. These Konstein stalkers somehow are able to chase away those handgunners.
Crossbow ready, General!
Let's pull you back.
Swiftly! Quickly!
Should
Swiftly!
be capable of that.
Quickly!
Come now, Isabella.
Love eternal! It is done!
Devastating rear charge on them.
They will suffer!
Speed and melee attack. Let's bump up those skeleton warriors. They're punching at 50 right now with armor piercing. Let's see, is that armor piercing still active? Nope, I want my skeleton warriors. My skeleton warriors. They've got 8 armor piercing. Not crazy, but something. And I don't think Isabella's going to be able to make it out of this. These Knights of the Blazing Sun still have way too much. These halberdiers just did not break. You know, I know they're fighting skeleton wars, but they were surrounded, and they did not.
I ascend! Swiftly!
All right, Isabella.
Quickly!
The mass of nothing.
Swiftly! Quickly! Swiftly! Very well!
That's the Blazing Sun. And Karl Franz, at this point, just going to be gunning for Isabella. And
Quickly!
Knights of the Blazing Sun, hopefully we'll just route right off.
Swiftly!
But I don't have anything else on the battlefield. And I'm
Quickly!
going to have to stay engaged
Swiftly!
on the ground.
Fine! Ready! Take aim!
Where are you guys?
Quick march!
If I can have you do so, I will.
Quickly! I
Nope.
smell
Drop off, but you're still on the battlefield.
Swiftly.
Let's see if I can draw them back. They have 25 leadership. Can you come back,
I will.
please? Please? Nope.
Quickly. Love eternal.
And obviously Isabella is not going to be able to take all these out by herself. Drop some zombies in here to keep her a little safer. But at the end of the day,
It is
there's no
done.
way. So she has been successfully taken out by Karl Franz and his meager force.
Agreed.
And I didn't think she ended up adding
All
kills.
shall
She's
bow.
pretty much just sat at that 98 the whole time too. Nope, 99, 100. Got another summon. Leadership. God, they broke fast. Even with dropping some leadership bonuses. And she was surrounded. So she crumbled, but she really only ended up adding like maybe 10 kills there at the end. The great swords, you know, the whole problem was that, you know, this was always a trash army and was not ever able to be sent back to be replenished. I don't think there was anything else to do. I don't know why that first halberd unit, this halberd unit that ended up getting 252 kills, surviving, and getting, you know, some experience chevron, did not rout. It was surrounded. And this mortar being online and being able to get those 41 kills, definitely, you know, being able to shut those two things down and being able to at least have the skeleton warriors hold some of this off a little longer. But, you know, Gotrek didn't give him any kills. The problem is that I believe, even though Gotrek was a supporting role, since I did not win the battle, I don't get the benefit of killing Gotrek with her, which kind of sucks because she did kill him.
The world will
And
drown
here is
in
Vlad.
blood.
Ooh, Jesus. But we are doing a little better money-wise now. Castle von Rauken.
No,
Let's search Savastra.
I tremble.
Let's be lucky. Oh, good. An easy one. It is, I believe, this downward pointed. Those are two. Those are two. Those are two. So it's the downward pointed. Another 1,000. Banner of Swiftness. Banner of Swiftness isn't bad, but that 1,000 was really what I was looking for there. Let's look at. Nope. Malsar? Nope. Hera? Nope. And Vlad? No. Actually, we'll take the treasurer off of him. There's no reason to have it because I don't have those buildings, one. And two, I don't even have him in a province.
Yes, my sire.
At all. But now the issue comes that my entire, I mean, they could just roll through. I mean, not Abraham, but I've definitely got to start moving Vlad that direction. And I've got to mop up Karak Kadrin here
Destruction.
pretty soon. Obviously, it's still got 4 turns. I don't really want to assault it, though. And there's, I mean, short of them confederating, which could happen, But I don't know if you actually, I mean, obviously if I wasn't at war with the dwarves, my siege would end. But I don't know that, since I am actually at war with them, I don't know why my siege should have to end.
At last.
But now my strength rank went from 1
Black a heart as me.
to 5, and you know the greenskins have jumped up quite a bit. We've got, you know, we know what 4 and 7 are, but we don't know what 1, 2, or 3 are. I would assume probably Tomb King, Stark Elves, High Elves, maybe Mazdamundi. But we are sitting about 20 minutes over where I had wanted to be. So hopefully you guys have all enjoyed this. A few setbacks, still doing good. You know, pretty much just losing Isabella and Hera. Pretty garbage tier army. But now here in Castle Drakenhof in 2 turns, we will have, we'll start generating money again. We'll be able to produce a pretty nice, powerful army. Here in Zufbar, you know, I'm pretty sure the dwarves are coming, or not the dwarves, the, again, I did that twice. I'm definitely in the Book of Burgess now. But the greenskins are walking down here and starting to harass them. Maybe one of these times I can nip over to Oakenhammer and with Hera and Johann von Waldenhof, maybe just take one of these little provinces or just raise it to the ground, securing, you know, our southern border. And, you know, if I stay, you know, on good terms with the greenskins, excuse me, good terms with the greenskins, I see no reason why anything should have to change. I don't see why I should have to go and take out anything else. I do want to look, it is not. Karak Kadrin is not listed as one of the long or short campaign. You know, you've got capital, 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 important site, capital, 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 you know, capital, capital, important site. I don't know why Karak 8 Peaks can be listed as a, you know, I feel like Karak Kadrin should be just as important. You know, you are killing a king there, the Slayer King, you've got the Slayer Keep, but points for another time. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and feel free to comment below. If you enjoy the content that I put out on the channel, please consider subscribing. The more subscribers we have, the greater an audience I reach, and the more engaging the content will be, both in the video and in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I've been Father of the Ever-Chosen.